When everything becomes cheap enough to win, no one wins. For decades, China's rise looked unstoppable. The factory of the world. An economy built on scale, discipline, and prices so low that competitors simply disappeared. Cities that never slept. Assembly lines that never slowed. Year after year, prices fell, and the world applauded. But every miracle hides a cost. China's greatest strength, its ability to make everything cheaper, faster, and bigger, has quietly become the force pulling it down. Welcome to the history of finance, where money, power, and history collide. And nothing is ever as simple as it looks. China's story is not just about growth. It's about what happens when efficiency goes too far, when an economy optimizes itself into exhaustion. To understand this, we have to go back to 1978. That year, Deng Xiaoping broke one of socialism's deepest taboos. He told China that getting rich was not shameful, it was patriotic. And with that sentence, the Chinese economic miracle began. Factories replaced farms. Villages turned into industrial zones. Foreign capital rushed in, drawn by cheap labor and a government eager to grow at any cost. It worked, almost too well. Local governments competed to attract factories by cutting taxes, cutting land prices, and cutting wages. Companies competed by cutting margins. Growth became the only measure of success. For years, the system felt unstoppable. But underneath it was a dangerous incentive. To survive, you had to be cheaper than everyone else. Innovation mattered less than price. Sustainability mattered less than output. By the 2010s, China wasn't just producing for the world, it was producing beyond what the world could absorb. Steel, solar panels, electric vehicles, batteries. Entire industries flooded global markets with more supply than demand. Prices didn't fall because of efficiency anymore. They fell because of desperation. This is what China now calls involution. Not progress, but motion without payoff. Working harder, producing more, earning less. Factories kept running even when profits disappeared. Local governments kept building even when debt piled up. No one could afford to stop, because stopping meant collapse. By 2024, industrial profits in China fell sharply, even as exports hit records. More goods were sold than ever before. Less money was made from each one. This wasn't capitalism thriving. It was capitalism eating itself. And here's the irony. Much of this isn't accidental. China has long used price wars as a weapon, flooding markets, undercutting competitors, and waiting for rivals to fail. In steel, in shipbuilding, in rare earths. Now it's happening again, but at a much larger scale. Solar energy, electric vehicles, the technologies of the future. In the short term, China dominates. In the long term, it bleeds. Because an empire can lose money strategically, but not forever. When every industry expects subsidies, competition shifts from innovation to politics. Efficiency becomes addiction. Growth becomes identity. And the system can no longer slow down without breaking. History has seen this before. Rome collapsed under overproduction. Japan stagnated under deflation. Britain flooded markets until its own industries broke. Every empire that masters efficiency eventually faces the same question. Can it stop optimizing long enough to survive? China's challenge isn't productivity. It's balance. Because there is nothing more expensive than being too cheap. And when a system optimizes everything except sustainability, eventually the only thing left to destroy is itself. History doesn't repeat, but if you don't understand it, it will cost you all the same. If this gave you a new perspective, subscribe. History has the answers, and I'll show you where to look.